And as the National Assembly begins its zonal public hearing on the 1999 Constitution with the aim of amending critical areas, rights activists are seeking gender equity as well as increased participation of women and other vulnerable groups in governance. Kemi Foladeyemo has details.
At this pre-public hearing on the amendment of the 1999 Constitution of Nigeria, more than 80 civil society groups working on the Spotlight Initiative of the United Nations and the European Union tag their 10 demands as the Constitution women want. They're demanding for a document that speaks to the aspirations of the Nigerian people, particularly women who have suffered historical marginalization and exclusion in many areas. A gender-sensitive language, gender diversity, enforcement of socio-economic freedoms, and equal citizenship rights are among the recommendations.
The constitution we want to see should be a constitution that is inclusive in language and representative. Masculine languages are gender biased and undermine women and girls' rights and participation, and these will further hinder inclusive governance in Nigeria. Our federal character in that section 14 subsection 3 does not address gender diversity.
We don't want to be praise singer alone in politics. We don't want to be the highest voting population in the voters register, but we want them to make it inclusive, to make sure that from the local government election to the state election and the national election, all the 30% will be reflected across board. And that is when we can say, yes, there is an equality and there is a balance of the process in our political right.
From the male perspective, the role of women in politics is invaluable, but they must conquer cultural barriers and support themselves more.
And it says once a woman is married, whether you are 10 years or 5 years, for as long as you are married, you become qualified automatically to vote. Hello? The same constitution that says you have to be 18, you must be an adult for you to be able to vote. But once you are married and you are 16, even if you are 10 years, you can now vote. You look at the constitution, you ask, there's so many things are wrong in that constitution.
The groups also want a system called twinning in government, where anyone occupying an elective or appointive position will have the opposite gender as deputy.
Among the 17 issues up for discussion at the two-day Senate public hearing on constitutional amendment includes devolution of powers, gender parity, and state police. The women of Nigeria say the agitation for a complete dissolution of Nigeria would be finally rested once the constitution is all-inclusive and enforced as such. Kemi Foladeyemo, TVC News, Lagos.